great. Earlier in this program, we saw Bill Goldberg. We didn't talk too much about the fact that Goldberg has in his possession, the Super Bowl ring of Steve Mongo McMichael. And therefore, we do understand that Goldberg and McMichael were separated in the locker room area today. That Goldberg has now been asked to leave. And therefore, some order has been restored to the locker room area. And we're going to see Mongo come out here in just a minute.
Well, you have to, it's not like somebody stealing your watch or somebody lifting your wallet. This ring, this guy worked for 15 years. Chicago Bears, Super Bowl champion. I mean, this is the guy's whole career. And it was given to Goldberg by Mongo's wife. So that's a real slap in the face.
Steve McMichael, Mongo, former United States champ. You look at him, and the same way you look at Bill Goldberg, truly one of the toughest competitors the sport's ever seen.
You're right about that. She must have gone in the dressing room and gotten the ring out of McMichael's pocket or bag or wherever he had it. He wouldn't give it to her to hold, right? So she stole from him and gave to Goldberg, who now is wearing a ring she stole from. So if he was to...
Yeah, it's kind of confusing, isn't it?
A little bit.
What's not confusing that we're going to have our main event match with this time out on Worldwide. Bell time, there it goes, and here we go for some WCW action. And Mongo looks like, if you look at his face, looks like he has shrugged all of this, all these emotional problems off. He looks focused. Renegade's one strong, powerful man, but Mongo, one of the finest fighters in our sport.
Well, about a couple months ago, him and I were in Philadelphia at the Eagles training camp, talking with Ray Rhodes and some of the players there. A guy Mongo used to play with, Richard Denton, was there, who now plays for the Eagles.
Right.
And he told me before the game, when Mongo played for the Bears, he'd bang his head in the wall until he busted himself all up. And then he would draw on himself markings and stuff, and then put his helmet on and go out and play. Dent said this is a real sick puppy. He gets himself ready for a game.
Mongo with a foot picks up Renegade. Drives him down, covers 1, 2, and a 2 count only.
How many players can say that? 15 years, never missed starting a game.
He was truly one of the building blocks, one of the foundations, one of the reasons the Bears were one of the most dominant teams ever. The year they won the Super Bowl, that was one of the greatest teams ever in the NFL.
He was one of the main claws on the Bears.
Yes, he was. Very good.
But he doesn't have a Super Bowl ring now. Mr. Goldberg has it. As Mr. Sting may well have the World Championship eventually.
Well, fans, as you know by now, a landmark contract was signed a few weeks ago on a Tuesday night, where Sting and Hollywood Hulk Hogan at the MGM Grand finally signed the contract that opened the door, that laid the foundation for the match they'll have coming up in December at Starrcade for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I heard from an associate of mine, Hogan was putting out the propaganda that Sting wasn't even going to show up. But he told me that he had heard through the grapevine that Sting had stalked Hogan the whole day. He was going to be wherever Hogan went. If Hogan went to a Double Arches and made this announcement, Sting was going to be there. He went to a pawn shop, Sting was going to be there. Sting has been thinking about this man for the last close to a year and a half.
Renegade looking pretty good here against Mongo. I mean, he's not backed down from him. He's not been intimidated. And he sends the big guy in. Here comes Renegade, runs right flat into a boot of Steve McMichael. There's a forearm shot on the top of the head. Drove him right down to the mat.
I asked Mongo, I said, what's the difference preparing yourself for this and football? He said, well, football, you got 16 games a year. You got 10 other guys on the field helping you. You get breaks. He says, you don't get no time out here. You don't get an offense or defense to come in and take your place. He said, I'm stuck in there trying to figure out what to do. So that bell rings until I beat him or he beats me. He says, this is the hardest thing I've ever done.
Oh, there's no question. Legendary Gordon Soley used to say that in a football game.
Wait a minute. Gordon played for the Bears?
No. he used to say in a football game, there's a lot of standing around and there's a lot of physical contact, but it's in like 30-second intervals.
Same with a divorce hearing.
Compared to pro wrestling, where it's a contact sport for a lot longer period of time. I'm trying to make a point here, but it's hitting off your noggin and falling on the floor, I can see.
Here, let me pick it up and see if I get it.
You stop. Never mind. I know the fans out there understand what I'm saying. Cross body block. 1, 2. Got a 2 count.
I got it. Now it's harder for Gordon to prepare for football more than ever.
Nothing.
Forget it.
In the corner, running lariat. The Renegade taking his hair down. That means he's going to try to put this man away with the handspring. But Mongo sidestepped him, and Mongo is ready for the tombstone pile driver. Not going to get up at all.
He told me he wants to change the name of that. It's called spiking the ball.
Spiking the ball. More like spiking the Renegade right here.
Spiking his opponent. Just spike him.
That's how you cut your finish, brother.
Well, he did. Steve Mongo McMichael is your winner on Worldwide Wrestling, and our feature bout. Here's a man who could be successful in World War III, Mongo.
You're right about that. He's used to fighting a lot of people on the field. All that competition around him. 11 guys on the other side, 11 guys here, 22 guys, practice, coaches. Yeah, he could do very well in that. Very well in that. I mean, he's won the United States Championship, which he doesn't own right now in a short period of time. He could be your winner.
And he is your winner in our feature bout on Worldwide Wrestling. For Bobby the Brain Heenan and for our guest Mike today, I'm Tony Schiavone. See you next week.